I was saying before we started recording, we spoke about Taylor last year. I thought it was going to be a huge, draw to the podcast. Turns out people don't want to hear two white dudes talking about Taylor, which is sad. But, hopefully maybe today we can give some insight on her,
Yeah, well, with that being said, I do think that Taylor Swift is such a cultural phenomenon that even, two guys here in Perth can talk about it, and it's somewhat relevant, She's a Doctor Who fan, as you can tell.
I don't know. So
Doctor Who.
This was her at like the Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards or something, announcing that it won an award in like 2010 or something.
Okay. Well, God bless to Taylor.
But the Swifties love this. The Whovians / Swifties love the fact that she said it. So
I see the crossover is real.
Yeah, the crossover was actually quite, a moment for them. So
Wow.
if you can believe it.
No, that's great. Good for them. So the Swifties, maybe not the Whovian side of that equation, but the Swifties certainly are eating well lately. And that is because Taylor Swift, the wondrous woman that she is, has released a new album. She has not released it.
Not
She
released
has
it yet.
announced
Coming out
release.
October 3rd, I think. Is that what it says? October 3rd?
Well, here's the post right here.
Oh,
and
okay.
baby, that's show business for you. New album, The Life of a Showgirl,
Wow.
out October 3rd.
Okay.
Album producers Max Martin, Shellback, Taylor Swift, and Harvey Weinstein.
I know
What
Max
the heck?
Martin. Max Martin did 2 Coldplay records. If you want to know. There's a fly in here. If you want to know. Huh? No, it's a Taylor Swift beat. He produced the last 2 Coldplay records, so
Okay.
I hear he's a bit mid. I don't know. I don't know if he's like the best.
Not to be a hater, but the crossover that Taylor and Coldplay have is that they both
What is the Coldplay
sometimes
Taylor crossover?
Well, they both are sometimes a little bit kind of generic poppy, Not
Okay.
not to be mean to the Swifties or the Coldplay fans, of course. But this is her new album, The Life of a Showgirl. She did a little photo shoot here. These, I guess, are the album titles: The Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor,
The Swifties.
father figure. They can't live without Taylor. I mean, she is the goat for them, really.
I definitely don't need it.
That's when they're on their 10th special edition vinyl purchase.
Yeah, that's as they get into the end of September, they're itching for the new album to drop. So she's done a couple of photos here, I guess, as a showgirl. I think it's sort of funny because Taylor is, how do I put this? She's a mainstream performer, She's selling tickets to huge crowds and, she's certainly an artist, but she's almost more than
Spit it out, man. What do you want to say about it?
Well, there's a lot to say, I guess. She sort of transcended to be more than just like an artistic figure. She's a entire corporation in and of herself. The amount of money she generates is crazy. And that's not inherently a bad thing. It's just sort of interesting when she does anything because she really can set precedent in the industry. So to announce her appearance on her reveal,
Yeah.
is that what I'm looking for? She went on the Kelsey Brothers podcast, New Heights. Excuse you.
I
Just
know.
because they play football.
Why should I like these 2 goons? They're American footballers. That means nothing to me.
Yeah, I mean, together they make up about 1 brain cell.
Weren't they both in? I know Travis Kelsey was in Happy Gilmore, which I got shit on for not.
Where was the New Heights podcast in
Well, I got-
Happy Gilmore 2?
Where I got shit on it for saying that he was bad in it, so and that the movie was bad.
Right,
So,
the Kelsey fans in particular took issue with your
Well, you were
comments.
saying the other night a good point that people would probably just love him instantly because they love Taylor so much, which I think is a good way of putting it.
So this got 18.5 million views. And it's been out for like 4 days. and it had over 1 million people watching it live when it premiered. So this was hot. This was popular. The Swifties showed up for this one.
It was big, yeah. You can't deny it. It's crazy.
I do think that's
insane.
It's kind of funny that, like, how many Swifties who would otherwise never even know, you know,
who these two are.
Sorry about that. Get that ad off the screen. They wouldn't otherwise know who these two, like, goofball footballers are.
Well, now they do care because they love Taylor so much.
Yeah. And look, by the way, I don't care if Travis and Jason are kind of...
Oh, is that his name, Jason?
Yeah, Jason Kelsey, I think.
Right.
Look, they may not be the brightest tools in the shed, and that's fine. They don't have to be. They just need to be good footballers, so...
Well, he is. Travis is like one of the best players in the world, isn't he? Which I only know about him because of Taylor, and I don't like engage in Taylor stuff, but I know it because it's just always whatever she does is always like news.
Firstly, it's not that hard to be the best footballer in the world. You really only need to be the best American footballer in America.
Yeah. Well, there's 50 states. Aren't there like 50 teams?
Yeah.
That's still quite a lot.
Okay, no, that's fair.
I'm just saying.
I think he's high up there. I mean, I don't know. Oh yeah, the friend. This is the friendship bracelet section of the podcast.
What's that mean?
That's what Taylor Swift fans do, bro.
They do
make friendship bracelets. This freaking guy.
I don't know. I don't really engage in this stuff.
This guy.
I'm glad that
he's stuck on like Katy Perry, bro.
First of all, this is a comedy show, so I ain't gonna come into any segment without trying to make jokes. All right, which is where you get everyone to get pissed off with you. All right. I'm acknowledging that she's talented. I'm acknowledging that people really like her. I'm just simply stating that I don't personally listen to her. Now, you can't say that shit anymore about people calling you everything. So
I'm not crazy.
Why do you want Taylor to die in a fire?
I like her. I think she's talented.
Mm-hmm.
She's not really... There are a few Taylor songs I actually like. I wouldn't really go out of my way to, like, play them. But if they're playing... You know, I think my mum was playing one the other day. I didn't hate my life listening to it. She seems to obviously be a lot better than me at life. She's a gazillionaire.
Yeah.
And to give her credit, she seems like she puts on a really good show. I think she does like 3-hour shows, which is incredible. That would not be easy.
Yeah.
And I think I saw one of... Remember you call them the Katy Perry gays, the dancers?
The backup dancers.
Yeah, I think one of Taylor's and one of someone else's like backup dancers started like dating each other.
Ooh,
Yeah,
okay.
the two
Scandalous.
the two dancers from the two different girly pop groups.
I see. Well, it's a great way to network, you know.
Called gay pop.
Oh, that's for sure. When the backup dancers get on stage.
Do you think
Called gay pop.
that JoJo wants to be as big as like Taylor or something?
I think that JoJo Siwa probably thinks she already is as big as Taylor.
No
to be
way.
honest.
Get out of here. No one's as big as
Nah,
Taylor.
I mean, I think she thinks she's on track to be.
Right.
Do I think she will ever be as big as Taylor? Probably not. I think Taylor's kind of... this is going to sound like an insane comparison, but she's almost like the Frank Sinatra of our time. purely by popularity, not talking about like
was Frank
quality or
Sinatra
anything.
like a worldwide phenomenon? I know he was big, but
I think he was pretty well known around the world.
well, the thing is with Taylor, she has a primarily female audience.
That's right.
So
Yeah.
I think Sinatra was loved by men and women alike because women thought he was incredibly attractive. The men wouldn't dare to think that he was attractive and just wanted to listen to his music and tap their foot.
Of course.
So, because that's not how it worked back in those days, as they would tell you.
That's how Frank Sinatra did it.
Yeah.
Look, she's doing a massive thing these days, and You know, it's so funny. Like, all she has to do is post these photos, and there are like countless fan edits and reposts and all this stuff. Like, the fans do almost the advertising for it, you know?
Here's the thing. I have this to say, and I said this last time. I do have a bone to pick with artists who release an album every year. I don't like it. It's not what I'm here for. And I prefer they take their time. And I just feel like, particularly with someone like her, and she got into controversy last time because there was like a gazillion versions of the album, the Tortured Poets department.
Right, like all the different special versions to
Right,
buy.
different
with
coloured vinyls.
different
etc.
exclusive songs, yeah.
And this is just me, my opinion on that whole matter. Like, I mean, go ahead and release an album every year, but it's like, you just know there's going to be so many versions, and like, there's going to be so many fans who are going to go and purchase every version of the album. And I just think that's like kind of taking advantage of your fans a little bit. But to be fair, that's probably some big ass like corporation behind her doing that.
$900 dues.
They're like, we'll just send you the check and we'll deal with all the other shady shit.
Yeah, that is, I think, definitely a valid criticism that I share. I will say, and I'll bring this up because I saw them talking about it on the podcast, but I will give her props for getting her masters back. You know, I do think that is
great.
Cool.
That is very good.
No, I think
No hate from this guy.
I genuinely think it's great that she was able to reclaim her masters.
That's good, yeah.
And, you know, I think that does show at least a certain amount of care that she has for the art she's producing, and I think that's good. I think if she just held back a little bit on the craziness of all the re-releases and premium version and this version and that version, then I would have a lot less problem with it, you know? I think if she, on the point of releasing music yearly, you know, I know that in the comedy world, there are comedians that put out like either a special yearly or they have like a whole new hour of material. And with comedians, there's a bit of a question: do you reuse jokes in your set, or do you come up with like a whole new set? I know it's more of a recent. Thank you, Trump. It's more of a recent development for comedians to like totally revamp their set and have all new jokes every year. In the past, and certainly maybe some more like, you know, generic comedians would reuse jokes because you're touring all the time and you don't always have time to come up with completely new material, so you recycle a couple of jokes from your previous sets. I think that's fine. I think it's nice to make an effort. But when it comes to the music side of things, I do think there's something interesting in like being so into music that you're producing an album worth of music every year. I think that's cool from a perspective of like giving to the fans and everything. But yeah, at a certain point, it does start to feel a little bit like you're just playing it up for the radio hits and like all these different opportunities for you to get, I don't know, just playtime for your songs. Just
this one goes out to you, Travis.
Boost the Spotify numbers, boost the radio numbers.
Can you hear me, Super Bowl?
Is every song on Life of a Showgirl gonna stick with people for years, you know?
Well, Sabrina is in it as well. She's like the only feature.
Okay, that's cool. That's nice. I mean, Sabrina's definitely on that kind of Taylor style pop girly trajectory, so I think it's cool for her to be bringing artists like that under her wing. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's pretty much all I got to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, one last thing, like, even I, who's a little bit of like I guess maybe a little bit of a hater, I think she should definitely do the Super Bowl because, first of all, who else are you going to get to do it that's going to be as like iconic as someone like her doing it? She's with Travis. She's with, on the podcast, who's the other brother?
Sense.
What's his name?
Jason.
She's done a show with Jason.
JK, baby.
And JK, yeah. And she's with JK and TK. And I just think it would be a stupid thing not to get her to do it.
I need it.
And the thing is, the clip from this episode that will go on TikTok probably won't contain this bit, so everyone's going to hate me and say that I'm a hater. And I'm saying that. I'm literally saying that. I think you should...
Credit where it's due.
You should pick her to do it, because what comes up must come down. And, like, I'm not saying, like, in a year's time she won't be, like, she might lose, like, 10% of her popularity and she'll still be, like, bigger than anyone else in the world. But I think that this would be the perfect time to do it. New album coming out in October. Super Bowl's in Feb. Perfect. Come on.
No, I agree. I mean...
The Marge Simpson one?
She is a... Yeah. Someone did a bit of a Marge Simpson edit on this Taylor photo. Look, she is a very talented performer, and I think she would undeniably put on a good, fun show. So
Homer Simpson.
Homie!
You're missing the Super Bowl with Taylor Swift. Her and Travis might be having a baby.
This one goes out to you, Travis. Can you guys hear me in the back? Travis. I can't steal your joke.
I'm pregnant,
Yeah,
Travis.
God, you say it. I can't steal your joke. That would be unfair and unwise.
What a way to announce a pregnancy at the Super Bowl halftime show.
Also,
that would be iconic, though. That would be
yeah,
iconic.
that would be. I mean, it's
For a football star to,
it's a bit.
especially.
It just cuts to him like, and he bottles it in the second half.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's funny. We weren't even going to talk about this. It wasn't on the run sheet, and now we spent 20 minutes talking about it. So God bless. I hope it did great. And
No, thank you to Taylor.
thank you to Taylor. I hope it goes well. You don't need my lot, but enjoy the bag. Whoop, that's the wrong one. Sorry. Crash and Cash are on top of each other, and I always get it wrong. My bad.
That's okay.
I was trying to find the clap and the calculator.
Oh, God.
I thought it sounded a bit weird.
Well done.
Thank you.